this video, we will talk about the myths and facts about forbearance. Hey guys, my name is Mac Rogers and I'm a real estate broker here in the East Bay of the San Francisco Bay Area. Welcome to the channel. This video is about forbearance, but we will not talk about forbearance as it relates to a looming foreclosure crisis. I've talked about that in my previous videos. You can check them out at the description below and watch them. Basically, the bottom line is that with what is currently going on, we most likely won't see a foreclosure crisis that a lot of people are afraid of because of forbearance. Today's video is about misconceptions or myths and facts about forbearance. This forbearance that we have right now was a government response to the coronavirus pandemic that put a grinding halt to our economy. So if you own a home and you experience financial hardship because of the coronavirus, you may be able to get into a forbearance plan. Getting into forbearance does not mean your mortgage loan disappears. You get a temporary reprieve from paying your mortgage without getting foreclosed on. After forbearance, you have several options. Pay off the forbearance amount or do a payment plan. It all depends on what you and your lender agrees on. Here are a few myths and facts courtesy of Fannie Mae. Actually, it was my title rep that brought this to my attention. So thank you, Chicago Title. Myth number 1. You should wait until you miss a mortgage payment when experiencing financial hardship related to coronavirus before contacting your mortgage servicer. Fact, don't wait. If you're experiencing a financial hardship related to the coronavirus, don't wait. Contact your mortgage servicer, the company that receives your mortgage payments, and learn about the temporary mortgage assistance options available to you. You can discuss options that allow you to either pause or lower your payment so that you have time to regain your financial footing. Start seeking assistance options while you are still making your mortgage payments, so you can avoid negative impacts like delinquent credit reporting or late fees. I think this is one that's kind of a carryover from the previous mortgage crisis that we had. Back in 2008-2009, you can only get help from the banks, or they will only start entertaining you if you already have missed several payments. This time around, it's different. They want to stay ahead of the situation and are asking homeowners to seek help right away and not wait. The next myth is forbearance plans are no longer offered because the states are opening up. Now, this is actually one of the reasons I'm doing this video. A number of people have asked me if it's still available since we're getting back to, the so-called normal. The fact is, once you experience hardship, contact your mortgage servicer to discuss a forbearance plan. If you have a financial hardship related to the coronavirus, you may be eligible for a forbearance under the CARES Act or the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act. Now, again, the most important step is to contact your mortgage servicer as soon as the hardship begins to discuss the best option for your financial situation. Again, no need to wait until you miss a payment. Here's another myth that seems to be a carryover from the previous mortgage crisis. This one is a big one. Setting up a forbearance plan with the mortgage servicer will be a long and complicated process. Back during the mortgage meltdown, it was a nightmare getting approved for, a loan modification. You had to wait 6 months to a year, sometimes even longer, just to get an acknowledgement that they received your request for help. Not actual help, okay? Just an acknowledgement that they received your application. Guess what? By the time they call your name, all the documents you submitted are old and now they are asking for updated documentation, only to take them another 3 to 6 months to get back to you again. Meanwhile, the foreclosure on your house keeps progressing, but you are being told that you're getting help, but in reality, you're not really getting any help at all. Now, there were a lot of instances where the homeowners got foreclosed because the banks could not respond to them in a timely manner. One day, a sheriff just shows up and basically kicks you out. You tell them that you have a pending application, but all they can say is that they're just doing their job and the time is up. You lost your house already. Here's the fact on this. The forbearance plan process involves 4 simple steps. However, millions of Americans are seeking financial assistance for their mortgages right now. So contact your mortgage lender, and you might have to have a longer wait time, but they're gonna be able to respond to you right away. In some cases, you may be able to do a forbearance request online. And here are the 4 easy steps. I'll put a link to the description on this below. Number 1, contact your servicer. Number 2, request a forbearance. Number 3, talk about repayment options. And number 4, resume your mortgage payment. Like I said, I'll put a link to these sites below if you need to find out what you need to do. Now, this is what I've heard and seen from people that have applied for forbearance. It was such a simple process. No long complicated documents to fill out or other documents that you need to submit. So definitely not like the mortgage crisis before. So this is a good segue to the next myth. And that's, I need to have extensive documentation to show my finances have been impacted by the coronavirus. Again, this is most likely a carryover from the previous crisis where they had to ask everything, every document that you can think of. And they also make you fill out all these long, complicated worksheets. Here's the fact. If your mortgage is covered by the Coronavirus Economic Relief Act or CARES Act, you do not have to provide extensive documentation to show your financial circumstances have been impacted by COVID-19. Now, before reaching out to your mortgage servicer, check the company's website to see what information they provide about forbearance plans and if you can apply online. Before you speak with your representative, have your account number available and be prepared to ask questions about mortgage repayment assistance options, including your ability to obtain a forbearance plan. Here's the next myth. There is minimal support to help you determine if your forbearance plan is the right option for your situation. This is absolutely totally not true. Fact, if you have a Fannie Mae back loan, consider talking to a housing counselor from the Fannie Mae Disaster Response Network to assess your financial situation. Find out about your eligibility to receive free assistance via the Fannie Mae Loan Lookup tool. Again, I will put a link to the description below if you need that. And if you don't have a Fannie Mae loan, just talk to your servicer and chances are they also have forbearance plans in place. Next myth, I will have to pay the missed amounts all at once when the forbearance plan ends. This is what all the doom and gloom people were banking on. Once the forbearance is done, you have to come up with money to pay all those back mortgages. Fact, a mortgage forbearance plan does not result in reducing or forgiving the amount you owe. However, you do not have to pay the missed amounts all at once unless you can afford to do so, obviously. If you can, this will reinstate your loan and you can go back to making regular monthly payments. You may also consider working with your mortgage servicer to pay a portion of the missed amounts in addition to your regular monthly mortgage within a given time period until all the unpaid amounts have been repaid, also known as a repayment plan. Another option is Fannie Mae's COVID-19 payment deferral, where the missed amounts are added to the end of the loan as a non-interest bearing balance. With the COVID-19 payment deferral, the deferred amount is due on the last mortgage payment date or earlier whenever the home is either sold or the loan is refinanced or otherwise paid off. If these are not viable repayment solutions, remain in contact with your mortgage servicer to discuss modifying the terms of your mortgage to assist in repaying the total amount due. So this right here is absolutely the biggest help to homeowners that are affected by COVID-19. When the forbearance plan was first unveiled, it was supposed to be if you missed 3 months or 6 months, at the end of that period, you pay all the amount plus your current mortgage. Well, let's face it, if you are having difficulties, chances are that at the end of those time periods, you are probably not totally recovered yet. This would have been devastating, but not anymore. So again, this is the biggest help for homeowners in my opinion. Here's another myth. A forbearance plan will negatively impact your credit score. Absolutely not. Fact, if your loan is covered under the CARES Act, your mortgage servicing company should report your loan as current to the credit reporting companies if you were current on your mortgage payment before receiving a forbearance or other payment accommodation related to COVID-19, as long as you have made any forbearance plan or other COVID-19 related accommodation payments as required by your plan. Make sure to monitor your credit reports to find and resolve any inaccurate information. Another myth, if I enter into a forbearance plan, I will be ineligible to refinance or get a new mortgage loan. Fact, you may be eligible for a refinance or a new mortgage loan if you are in forbearance but have continued to make timely payments. You may also be eligible for a refinance or a new mortgage loan if you're previously in forbearance but have resolved any missed payments through a reinstatement or have made 3 timely payments either in accordance with your repayment plan or following a payment deferral, or completed the trial period plan payments in connection with a modification. Contact your mortgage lender to discuss your options, as other eligibility requirements may apply. Now, I think this one varies from lender to lender. I have heard some say that you can't get a refinance until you have made 6 consecutive monthly payments before you are eligible again. So check with the lender that you're working with. Another myth is if I contact my mortgage servicer and ask for a forbearance plan, they will automatically put me on a forbearance plan. Here's the fact. While it's easy to get approved for a mortgage forbearance, it is not automatic. If you proactively contact your mortgage servicer about a forbearance plan, your mortgage servicer will provide guidance to help you determine your options. If you request a forbearance and are eligible, your mortgage servicer will communicate the next steps and provide you with an agreement that summarizes the terms of the forbearance plan. Last myth. If I'm unintentionally placed on a forbearance plan and prefer not to be on one, I have to remain on the forbearance plan for the duration of the forbearance period. Fact, if you're placed on a forbearance plan but did not request one, you should contact your mortgage servicer immediately. You do not have to accept a forbearance plan that you did not request. I actually don't know of anyone that this sort of thing happened, but I guess it happens. So those are the common misconceptions or myths and facts about surrounding forbearance. Again, I can't stress this enough. If you're experiencing hardship due to the coronavirus, even as our country is opening back up, you can still apply for forbearance. The most important part is to reach out to your lender right away. You know, our government learned from the last mortgage crisis. The way that they responded to this pandemic and how to help homeowners was absolutely spot on, in my opinion. They jumped in early and they made sure that it wasn't a bureaucratic nightmare, unlike back in the mortgage meltdown. If you have any comments or questions, or you have your own misconceptions about forbearance, or maybe your own experience with forbearance, share it below in the comment section. I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.